Hello, everybody. Today I will be analyzing all the lyrical songs from Deltarune to kind of assist my previous theories and for future theories I plan to make, and just give my thoughts on what they can mean. The one song I will not be covering is Big Shot, but I do feel like the lyrics are fairly self-explanatory regarding puppetry and the soul. The songs I will be covering are Raise Your Bat, Don't Forget, Flower Man, and Cutie Mimi Magic. Now, let's begin with Raise Your Bat. The first verse. When the demon heart is crying and the blood is gushing bright. Demon heart probably means the soul. And there's really nothing else it can mean, because that's the only heart-related thing we see in the game. Unless you want to look at the prophecy cards and say maybe love is something different. Raise up your bat for the burning fight. I feel like this is a Des reference, because we knew Des used to chase Chris around with a bat. So Des soul related. When your hope is slowly dying and your future's lost its sight, rights. Raise up your bat and face the fright. Let's knock 'em dead into the night. Again, bat with Des. I think this is all Des, very Des coded, and we know from Pizza Pants about the band with Chris, Des, and Azriel. But there is one thing I want to point out. The Rousey Center lyrics, when your cat is slowly sighing, there's a lot of cat references in the game. Cats are very important creatures to the game of Deltarune. You have a cat family in the light world. You have a friend, Sham. There's a lot of things regarding cat in Deltarune. It's very important that the censored version talks about cats. Now the chorus, come follow me into the dark, with your heart as the arc, which shall shine you the way. Reference possibly something in chapter 4 with the soul brightening. What this can mean exactly, I'm not sure. Because I'm with you in the dark, with your heart as my mark, which shall guide you the way through the waves. I want to talk about this for a moment. Is this the weird route? Is the question I'm pretty sure everybody's thinking. Just a review. Follow me into the dark, with your heart as the arc, which shall shine you the way. Because I'm with you in the dark, with your heart as my mark, which shall guide you the way through the waves. The use of you and me here is very important, right? Come follow me into the dark. If we're looking at this in the weird lens, me is Noel. And it does make sense, because you cannot stop the weird route unless you drown. With your heart as the arc, yes, that's what defies what makes us interesting, which shall shine you the way. We know we can brighten in the dark. Because I'm with you in the dark, with your heart as my mark. This could be referencing to 7 in the weird route. Wherever we go, the meat factory, which shall guide you the way through the waves. And of course, waves referring to the lake. Given what we know about the weird route, this feels very intentional, very similar. Especially the waves part, the waves in the lake. I am a firm believer that this is weird route related. This could just have been an example of foreshadowing. And with that in mind, shine in the dark is probably a reference to what's going to happen in chapter 7 when we're in the depths or whatever. The second verse, there's nothing really different here. When the demon heart is crying, the blood is gushing bright. Although I want to look at the Rousey lyrics again. The mom is kiss goodnight could be a reference to Toriel. And later it says, when your pancake's slowly frying and your future's really bright. It sounds like Azriel, because Azriel probably had a bright future with all the things he had on his wall in his room. And the pancake's slowly frying. Well, we know Toriel likes to make pancakes. Always tells Chris there's pancakes. And they also talk about s'mores around a campsite. In my ancient Dark World theory, I think this might even be support of that. Maybe they were in the woods, maybe where the police tape was, and that's how this Dark World came to be, or something like that. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Don't forget, there's not a lot here, because we're supposed to get a full song, presumably. This is probably another Death-related songs. And there's really not a lot I can say, but I wanted to mention it. Don't forget kind of sounds like the messages hidden in the code. I'm just a collection of memories. Don't forget sounds like something that person would say. It's probably Death. Cutie Mew Mew magic, but cats, heaven, and hell. And in my last video, I talk about how heaven and hell is used a lot, referring to maybe the depths or the dark world or the light world is heaven, or the angel's heaven. So it being used in this song about the character at Pink herself is about Chris, the soul and the vessel, about puppetry. The fact that there's lines like, if I burn in hell, it's fine, English translation. If I kiss heaven, it's fine. Slaughtering the world. Saving the day, collecting kitties. I think that's very intentionally here. Not to mention that at the bridge part, it says, but with a dreaming heart, squeeze and be filled with determination. Now let's just compile all of the lyrics, the important lyrics here. If I burn in hell, it's fine. Keep the rhythm. If I kiss in heaven, it's fine. Slaughtering the world, saving the day, collecting kitties. I don't know the lyrics. But with a dreaming heart, squeeze and be filled with determination. What is this? Well, this, I don't know the lyrics part. Might be akin to Spampton. You know how occasionally in his dialogue that cutting in, maybe Des, help me, This could be it here. And of course, heaven and hell. It's used a lot. There's a theory I'm looking at. I might make a video on it if no one does. I saw a post about it, about there possibly being two entities. One representing hell and representing heaven. Not like Noel and Susie or the soul, but friend in something else from the prophecies. This is definitely helping that. And heaven and hell, there's a lot that could be said about heaven and hell in Deltarune. Way too much. It's very intentional here. Slaughtering the world. That might be a reference to a possible hometown massacre if there's a third route. Collecting kitties, reference to friend. The body, even, this is the new dialogue about protein. But all of that's fine and dandy, saving the day. But this one's really been in my mind. But with a dreaming heart, squeeze and be filled with determination. We know that determination has so many meanings in Undertale. In it being used in this song about puppetry, Chris, it's a very direct parallel to Chris in the vessel. Chris in the soul. But with a dreaming heart, squeeze and be filled with determination. This may or may not be a reference to what happens in the weird route. There's very differing things going on. Saving the world, saving the day, but slaughtering the world. Collecting kitties. There is something code in this song about whatever has to do with friend and Gaster. Determination, collecting kitties, slaughtering the world. Definitely leads the way to believe that perhaps this is what's going to happen in a route. All of these important lyrics are what's going to happen in a certain route. If I burn in hell, if I kiss heaven, slaughtering the world, saving the day, collecting kitties, determination. I believe that this is telling us what's going to happen in either a twisted sword route, the third route idea, or a side B itself. Kissing heaven, burning in hell. It could be either or. But slaughtering the world and saving the day does sound like maybe more side B, but it also sounds like the side C or the third route proposed to. Collecting kitties sounds friend related. It could be in both routes. But determination is certainly Gaster related. This song is surprisingly important, and I think it has a lot going forward that hasn't been talked about. It could get its own video. I mean, these lyrics alone. But just to summarize, I think some of these lyrics are foreshadowing a route for sure. Determination, maybe Undertale related. Maybe we go to Undertale. But whether or not it's the weird route or a possible third route, that's difficult to say. But slaughtering the world sounds like it could be either or. Maybe. Saving the day also sounds like more side B. Collecting kitties, but also sounds like side C though, so I can't say for certain. It's up for you guys to decide. We have one more song, which is Flower Man. This is all about Asgore, but it does have some interesting ideas. Just like Mew Magic with being trapped, pink. For example, take the line, "Can I do something to make him laugh inside my little chamber made of glass?" We know for a fact that all these flowers were in these glass chambers, but it's the specific mention by Toby in this song that definitely adds more pressure to what this line could possibly mean. Inside my little chamber made of glass. There's a lot of references to glass across all of Deltarune. This could be like trapped, like we're trapped in something. It's very interesting. And the song is mostly about Asgore. So for the most part, I think other than the glass and trap things, there's not a lot that to be said related to Deltarune entirely. So, yeah, that's really it. I think Mew Magic has a lot to it. But I think all these songs, either death related or trapped or relating to a route, definitely great exploring and talking them. Let me know what you guys think.